Look at that. Hey guys, AJ here, back with another one for you. So guys, Gen Z is cooked, and more cooked, right? Guys, this is the generation that's putting their pronouns on resumes, right? That are protesting Palestine and all this crap in a workplace. There was a story about these people who work for Microsoft, these employees, and they locked themselves in the CEO's office and wouldn't leave until the cops came. Clown world, right? So guys, can you blame tech for laying off all these Gen Z workers? Look at this, guys. Gen Z workers are getting axed at tech companies and fast. So basically, guys, they're saying, you're fired! That's right, guys. They're saying they're fired. So guys, this is from Quartz Magazine, right? So we'll get into this. Before we do, like, subscribe, and drop a comment. Guys, I have a second channel called 50304. That's linked in the description. Please go and check that out. Join my Discord. Check out the playlist at the end. And guys, I'm offering memberships now, so hit the join button or the link in the description because memberships really help the channel out. Guys, look at this. Gen Z workers are getting axed at tech companies and fast. Fewer graduates are finding a foothold in the tech sector, with new data showing Gen Z's share of jobs collapsing as firms prioritize efficiency. And it's just published, guys. So the share of young workers at major tech firms has fallen sharply over the past 2.5 years, according to new data from compensation platform Pave. At large, public tech companies, employees between ages 21 and 25 make up 15% of the workforce in January 2023. By July 2025, that number had dropped to 6.7%. Damn. Look at that, guys. So it went from 15% to 16.7%. Damn. At private firms, the decline was smaller, from 9.3% to 6.7% over the same period. Damn. Matt Schulman, chief executive of Pave, said the trend highlights the challenges facing new grads. So recent college graduates are struggling to find jobs, especially at public technology companies. Schulman, who's a former software engineer at Facebook before it changed to Meta, said AI is reshaping the early career job market. There you go, guys. There you go. All these chicks that are saying, I'm going to work in tech as their HR or their recruiters, right? All these jobs that don't matter, right? Guys, Skynet. Skynet's the worst enemy. They're cooked, guys. Cooked. Look at that. AI tooling disrupting many entry-level roles that have traditionally been attractive entry points in the tech labor force for new grads. As younger employees leave the sector, the average age of the workforce is climbing. At public tech firms, it's increased to 39.4. Damn. Up from 34.3 in January 2023. At private firms, it's 36.6, up from 35.1. And all these people that are this age, guys, are guys that have been, programmers, software developers for, a long time. These are the guys that graduated with degrees in IT, whatever, and then had to work their way up to actually get into these positions, right? Schulman asked, is your shift in the labor force towards older, more experienced employees a temporary economic adjustment or a permanent shift in how tech companies build the workforce? See, guys? They're moving towards experienced employees. There you go. But guys, this means that they're trimming the fat, right? All these entry-level jobs that they're wasting money on, all these DEI jobs, all these HR jobs that don't matter, they're getting rid of them. And only the most essential and important people are working there. The data follows hot on the wheels of a Stanford University study that found that employment among 22 to 25-year-olds in the most AI-exposed jobs, such as software engineering and customer service, has dropped 13% since late 2022. Damn! That research, based on payroll data from millions of workers, it suggests that generative AI is displacing entry-level employees even as older workers in the same roles hold steady or see gains. There you go, guys. Guys, you know who else is seeing gains? Electricians, plumbers, truckers, right? Because this basically means anyone at an AI company that's actually producing things, that's actually doing things essential to making the company run, is just fine. The findings add hard data to a growing sense of anxiety among Gen Z. Goldman Sachs recently calculated that the average value of college degrees is quickly diminishing, while Bank of America Global Research has stated that the unemployment rate for recent grads has started to exceed the overall rate for the first time in years. Look at that, guys. Guys, I have a master's degree, and I wouldn't recommend any of you guys go to college unless, like I said, science, technology, engineering, math, accounting, IT, you know what I'm saying? And guys, biology doesn't count as STEM. You can't do anything with a biology degree. You just can't. That's why there's so many chicks in biology, right? Someone also pointed to difficulties for business school grads, adding that 15% of Harvard Business School grads in 2024 didn't have a job 3 months after leaving college. Look at that. Clown world. Look at that, guys. Man, oh man, oh man. This likely reflects the same economic pressures affecting new grads. Companies prioritizing experienced hires during uncertain times and focusing on quote-unquote efficient growth. Gen Z is cooked, guys. Cooked. They got these underwater lesbian studies degrees, right? Got degrees and they tried to be HR. Yes, how many videos have I made where they're like, I'm a girl in tech, and they're in HR, or they're in recruiting, or marketing, right? Payroll. That's not a tech job, you absolute dunderhead. Why are they so dumb? Why?
You stupid woman.
Come on, man. HR can get laid off anywhere. It doesn't matter if it's Google, Meta, or whatever. You're the first fired and the last hired if you have HR in your title. And a lot of companies, HR is basically useless anyways. But the middle-aged, overweight, loudmouth B-dubs, right? Trying to boss everybody around. Guys, what do you think, right? You know, guys, rate Gen Z on the cooked-o-meter.
It's over 9,000!
Guys, I don't care, right? Just make sure to point and laugh, guys. All right, you guys, this is AJ. I appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, guys. I am out of here. Have a good one.